And we'll get started with the Planning and Zoning Committee meeting. I detected quorum with myself present, Councilmember Allen, Councilmember Benedict, Councilmember Horton, Councilmember Coopin, Councilmember Rutherford, and Councilmember Welch present. Thank you all for being here. We'll get started with the consent agenda. Excuse me, and I'll read off the numbers, and if anything needs to be pulled off, please let me know before I go through the captions. So for the consent agenda, we have RS 2024-539, 545, 546, 547, 548, 549, 550, 551, 552. Bills on second reading, BL 2024-392, 393, 394, 397, 398, 399. Those are the items on consent. Does anything need to be pulled off? All right. Nothing indicated need to be pulled off. I'll read through the captions. Starting with RS 2024-539, Toombs Porterfield Gamble Soror approves an agreement for the purchase of a parcel of property near the intersection of Youngs Lane and Baptist World Center Drive for a new fire station. RS 2024-545, Coopin Porterfield Gamble Parker approves a participation agreement between the Metropolitan Department of Water and Sewage Services and Split Rock Development to provide water service improvements for Split Rock's proposed development as well as other existing properties in the area. RS 2024-546, Porterfield Gamble Parker approves a participation agreement between the Department of Water and Sewage Services and Metro Nashville Airport Authority to provide water service improvements for MNAA's proposed development as well as other existing properties in the area. RS 2024-547, Welsh Porterfield Gamble approves an option agreement authorizing the purchase of property located at 334 Woodycrest Avenue. RS 2024-548, Gamble Parker amends ordinance BL 2019-18 of the Metropolitan Government to acquire permanent and temporary easements through negotiation, condemnation, and acceptance for the West End Place Stormwater Improvement Project for 5 properties located on West End Place and Central Avenue. RS 2024-549, Cash Gamble Parker amends ordinance number BL 2023-125 to authorize the Metropolitan Government to abandon additional public water main and fire hydrant assemblies and to accept additional public water main for property located at 1215 21st Avenue South, also known as VUMC Link Tower Revision. RS 2024-550, Cortez Gamble Parker authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public water main, relocation of fire hydrant assemblies, and vertical adjustments to sanitary sewer manholes for 3 properties located at 6200 Banbury Station, 5976 Edmondson Pike, and Charles Park Drive, unnumbered, also known as Edmondson Pike Roundabout. RS 2024-551, Coopin Gamble Parker authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon existing public water mains and to accept new public water mains and public sanitary sewer manholes for 5 properties located on McGavick Street and Demumbrian Street, also known as Albion Music Row. RS 2024-552, Coopin Gamble Parker authorizes the Metropolitan Government to abandon existing sanitary sewer main and sanitary sewer manholes and to accept new public sanitary sewer mains and sanitary sewer manholes for property located at 109 South 2nd Street, also known as Titans Town. Bills on second reading, BL 2024-392, Porterfield, Allen, Toombs, and others, amends BL 2016-334, which authorized the Metropolitan Development and Housing Agency to negotiate and accept payments in lieu of ad valorem taxes from its leases operating low-income housing tax credit properties pursuant to the Tennessee Code annotated and revise the annual amount of abatement authorized for the program. BL 2024-393, Welch, Porterfield, Gamble, and others, approves a lease agreement by and between the Metropolitan Board of Public Education and Nashville Tools for Schools. BL 2024-395, Coopin Gamble Parker authorizing Metropolitan Government to abandon a portion of existing utility easement for property located at 201 Shelby Avenue. BL 2024-397, Coopin Gamble Parker authorizing Metropolitan Government to abandon easements rights located at 17 Demumbrian Street, formerly a portion of alley number 114. BL 2024-398, Huffman Gamble Parker authorizes Metropolitan Government to abandon existing public utility and drainage easement rights for specific area property located at 3348 Lakeside Place. And BL 2024-399, Toombs Gamble Parker, authorizes the Metropolitan Government to accept new public water and sanitary sewer main, fire hydrant assembly, sanitary sewer manholes, and easements for property located at 407 West Trinity Lane. May I have a motion for the consent agenda? Oh, Councilmember Allen.
Sorry, Madam Chair, I just have a couple of questions. If I could take RS 2024, 539, and 547 off of consent.
547 and 549. Okay. Those two will come off of consent. Are there any other items that need to be pulled off the consent agenda? With that, may I have a motion? Thank you. In a second. Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. All right, we will go back to number 4 on your agenda, RS 2024-547. Approves an option agreement authorizing the purchase of property located at 334 Woody Crest Avenue. And we will go to Councilmember, well, first, may I have a motion? And a second? Thank you. And discussion, Councilmember Allen.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This had an appraisal that was just notably higher than what we were offering, and I just wondered if we could get an explanation of why we're offering more than the appraisal value.
Okay, is there anyone at the admin table that can speak to that? 47. 334 Woody Crest Avenue.
We're paying 1.5 million and it was assessed at 919,000.
Oh. Mm-mm. Okay, we will come. Okay. Yeah, we'll come back to that one. We're trying to get an answer for you.
Okay,
and
thank you.
We'll come back to that one.
Great.
We'll go on to RS 2024-549.
539.
539.
Sorry.
Okay. 539. Okay. Approves agreement for the purchase of property near the intersection of Youngs Lane and Baptist World Center Drive for a new fire station. May I have a motion?
Move approval.
And moved and properly seconded. Councilmember Allen.
Thank you. Same question. It looks like it was assessed at 343,000 and we're offering 3.1 million. I just wondered about the difference there.
Hi, Tom Cross. We have an appraisal at 3.1 million, which is the contract purchase price. I can't tell you about the tax appraisal, which is often way low.
Okay. And so we typically get an appraisal and the offerer gets an appraisal and we...
Not necessarily.
Okay.
If it's a certified appraiser, we're often willing to work with theirs.
Gotcha. And we were satisfied that...
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And actually, if we can move on and ask that question during budget, and maybe we'll have an answer at that time for the first question you had regarding 547. Okay. Thank you. With that, move for approval for 549. All those in favor say aye. Aye. 539, I'm sorry. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you all. We were planning to have a presentation to discuss the housing and infrastructure study, but I understand today we are not going to have the presentation. Instead, Ms. Lisa Mulligan and Brett Withers will be on the side. I totally forgot my bill on third reading. Regarding the presentation, we won't have that. So after we do this last bill on third reading, we can ask questions from Ms. Mulligan and Mr. Withers on the side. If you have any questions about the infrastructure study, we were sent emails by Brett Withers with information outlining the scope of the study. But if you have further questions, they'll be available after the meeting to answer questions. Going back to our bill on third reading that I just passed over. BL 2024-348 by Councilmember Coopin approves amendment number 8 to the Rutledge Hill redevelopment plan pertaining to certain uses. And there is a proposed substitute, and Councilmember Coopin is making his way to his desk. If you'd like to move the bill or the substitute.
I would love to move the substitute, please.
All right, any second? Moved and properly seconded? Please go forward.
This is just a housekeeping matter. We noticed a couple of issues with some of the language, and I believe the amendment was misnumbered, so everything is good with it, other than the housekeeping changes that are needed.
Any further questions about the substitute? All right, all those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Do we have to move it as substitute? And now we'll move the bill as substituted. May I have a motion? Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? With no discussion, all those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries.
To go back to 547. Voted on it. And then answer that's the question at the next.
Oh, okay. And we also need to go on and approve 547, since we did take that off of consent. And we'll get that question answered for the budget meeting. All right, so moving RS 2024-547, may I have a motion? Moved and properly seconded. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you all. Meeting adjourned.